I mean, we just kept playing. I told them during the timeout, guys, there's a lot of basketball to be played. We're not going to catch up with, quick shots or bad shots. We've got to do a good job defensively. We're going to get a little more aggressive with our pressure. We ran some man-to-man pressure at them, and we switched to the zone press, and it really caused them some problems. And our guys did a great job of rotating. I think they threw it in. We went to the zone press. They threw it in. We trapped. They took a timeout, and we weren't. I knew they were drawing up whatever to attack it, but we felt like that we could turn them over. I thought they were starting to look a little fatigued. And like I said, I've got a group of guys that are resilient, and they're going to keep fighting, like Derek said.
Last night you said you kind of know what you're going to expect out of Derek each night, and tonight it just seemed like he was extra focused and just obviously finished with double-double. Just how do you explain his performance tonight?
Old reliable, big game. You find out in big games about big-time players. You've all seen them. If you've covered sports, you've seen big game players. They like the limelight. The bigger the stage, the better they like it. We had some really unsung heroes, so to say. I thought Okaro Kumene was a difference again tonight. I thought he was the guy. I mean, I know Derek had 25 and 15. Okaro was the one that got it turned with his energy. I looked down at Jackson had scored twice in a row. I looked at the end of the bench and says, Coach, I promise you I can guard him. Go get him. And that's as simple as it was. That's how he went in the game. I knew he was ready, and he played tremendous once again.
Coach George with us, not a great performance in the first, really turned it on there in the second half. Seemed like he almost got stronger as the half went on. He had those 3 blocks there on the other end defensively. Just what would you say about his performance, especially there in the second half?
I agree with you. I thought he was much better late. I thought early he was settling. We felt like we could punish them down low if we would attack the basket. I thought we settled a little bit. We missed some easy shots early in the basketball game. We got the shots that we wanted. They just didn't go in. It looked like we rushed 2 or 3 hair balls. But again, Little Rock's they win basketball games because of how they defend, and that's been their MO. You got to give them a lot of credit for some of those missed opportunities. But bottom line is, when we needed to make plays, we had different guys go make plays.
Missed 20 free throws though. How do you explain that? And how did you guys regroup after continuously missing free throws? I guess what did you do to combat that?
We'll laugh about it. Guys, we're not going to miss 20. We're a good free throw shooting team. I can't explain it. I think we led the conference in free throw percentage. I think someone said the other day in the last 4 or 5 minutes a game, we're shooting almost 80% as a team. I hope we get to the free throw line a bunch tomorrow, because I know our guys, they'll step up and make them today. Just one of those days. And but the one thing we did now, we did go rebound the basketball, and we rebounded with some authority.
Yes, Chavez, one of their big guns. Y'all really held him. Only had 7 points and was in foul trouble for the game. What was kind of the plan for dealing with him and taking him away from his comfort zone?
Honestly, he wasn't one of our focal points. Neighbor was the guy that we focused on. We wanted to eliminate him. Him and Jackson Williams, they're the 3 guys. We knew Williams, he's going to score some points. Where he hurt us was in the ball screen action. We did a poor job of how we wanted to defend that. We tried to switch it a little bit late. We got to do a better job with some of that tomorrow. But for the most part, I thought we did a great job on Will Neighbor. He had the 1-3 early in the game. We helped off of him. Other than that, he wasn't a big factor.
Coach, obviously it's survive and advance at this point. You do what you do. You do what you need to do to win. But that said, you worried all about fatigue and running out of gas with the way you had to come back and win that game.
You guys worry about that. Trust me, we're not worried about fatigue. Our guys will be ready to roll. I told you before we left, they're going to be much happier they're playing 4 games in 4 days than having 4 practices in 4 days. Because if you've been to one of our practices, I promise you, it's much tougher than what's getting ready to happen tomorrow night at 8:30.
Hi, Coach. Jim Harris, ArkansasSports360.com. You mentioned those 3 Trojans. Chuck Guy, number 13, kind of help them out to that 13-point lead. I know y'all started pressing and doing some things different, but did you do anything specifically in the half court to stop what he was doing during that stretch before the 8-minute mark?
Well, we wanted to pressure him. You know, we felt like he's a very good catch and shoot guy. He likes to drive. We thought he liked to drive right. I thought he got some of his buckets when he was putting the ball on the floor to his right hand. You know, Jackson's a left-handed kid that wants to go left, and you know, game plan was to not allow them to do that. And I thought, you know, when we got ourselves in trouble was live ball turnovers and not sticking to the game plan defensively. When we were locked in, we were pretty good.
Play Denver tomorrow night, Coach. You went on the road to their place and had a tough first half. Had a good second half, but you get another crack at them. Can you just tell me about Pioneers?
They're a great basketball team, and I think, you know, obviously I was afraid we weren't going to score that day. I think it was, I don't know, it's 43-16 at the half. And a lot of people talk about the turning point in this team when it finally clicked. I still go back to that game, the second half. We made it a game. We got back to within 11, and I don't think prior to that our guys believed. If they got down 43-16, you know, we were in trouble. But they fought. We had different guys. Carl played tremendous. Nigel had a great game that day, and I didn't do a very good job preparing them that day. Bottom line, I didn't have us ready to play like we should have been able to play. We'll do a better job tonight getting them ready to play tomorrow.
One more question if we have one. All right, Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.